What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for the day. We keep stacking good days, which is great to see there. Yesterday's YouTube play I do want to start with going over. We did actually cash that bottom half of it. So I talked about Counter-Strike. I talked about very short game means not that many kills, and that is exactly what happened. I'll kind of get into that because I did want to show you guys exactly what I mean. I took some screenshots, but just so you guys know, it looks like we are set up for the Super Bowl. So on Sunday night, we all will be rooting for, if you guys did take this, we'll be rooting for Jalen Hurts to go under pass completions and then Dallas Goedert to go under receiving targets, which should be fun, right? Hopefully we can cash that 9x there. I feel like a lot of you guys also maybe just took this as a two-man, which is completely fine. I got a lot of really positive comments from you guys after this little two-man hit, which is great to see. Thank you guys for that. We did hit this up here as a two-man on the VIP, so we cashed the unders here. I took the unders and the unders hit because it's based off of game length, right? This was actually the slip that was set up yesterday, so just so happens I actually took this uppy guy twice. He's just not very good, and I took his headshot under twice. But this was actually the play that was set up yesterday that I talked about, and it was Newcastle versus Arsenal, and I needed Newcastle to have a lot of passes. What happened is the exact opposite. Newcastle only had the ball like 30% of the game, which caused them to not have many pass attempts whatsoever. And you can see it's very correlated together, right? These guys, they didn't get many passes at all, and this guy got 18, this guy got 21. So I needed them to pass a lot to each other, but the exact opposite happened where they didn't pass to each other at all, and they just didn't have the ball very much. But that is correlation, right? At the end of the day, that's correlation. We, with Counter-Strike, want to see things go green together or red together, right? Because based off of game length, same thing with soccer. It's very correlated, right? If these guys have a lot of pass attempts, if these guys have a lot of possession, they're both going to go over their pass attempt line, or they're going to both go under their pass attempt line. So unfortunate there that we couldn't cash this one out. This was another one that just came really, really close there. And pay attention to this because I took one guy to go over on League of Legends and then one guy to go under on League of Legends in this. And this little duo right here did end up hitting, but Counter-Strike ended up not hitting yesterday. So actually, we are set up in a couple of ways. So this was a play again to the VIP right here, and I did the same thing here with League of Legends. League of Legends also very correlated. Normally, one team's going to get a lot of kills, and the other team's not going to get many kills. So I took one guy on one team here to get a lot of kills to go over his line, and then I took the same guy a different guy on a different team, the team that they're playing, to go under kills, right? Because as League of Legends works, normally a team is going to get a lot of kills, and the other team is not going to get many kills at all. We also cashed this on Sleeper here, which is good to see. I did just want to have like a little bit of a moment here to show you guys what I mean with Counter-Strike and why it's so correlated together, right? So if you look here, this was the YouTube play. This is actually how the game went, okay? So I told you guys Nouns was the much better team. They should dominate this game. That's exactly what they do. That's exactly what they did, right? Mythic only got 2 rounds this entire game, you guys, this entire 2 maps. They only got 2 rounds on Nouns. So Nouns went 13-0, so that was a extremely quick game. That's the quickest game that you can even have. And then they had 13-2, okay? So another very, very quick game. These guys easily went over their under their headshots. They actually got more than you would even expect by how quick this game was, but there's really no chance with the game being this quick that these guys will ever go over their totals. And then this game, let me move some of this around because I know my head is blocking it. But this game right here, where I took Siren and EW Jerks, I guess his name is, with this game right here, Bet Boom versus Ninjas in Pajamas, I took the overs, and you can see these guys absolutely crushed their overs. They got like close to 50 kills right here because this game went into double overtime both games, okay? So you can kind of see the difference here. This was 13-0. There was only 13 rounds in this game here. This game was 19-15. What is that? That is 34, I think. 34 rounds right here in this game compared to only 13, okay? So 34-13, that means this game that only has 13 rounds, there's not going to be many kills at all because they only have 13 rounds to get kills. This game right here, where there's 34 rounds in this game, there's going to be a ton of kills because they have a ton of rounds, a ton of opportunities to get kills. So that's how it's correlated, you guys. We either want the game to go really short like it did yesterday, when we take the unders, or we want the game to go really long, like this one was on the VIP. And these were really close teams. That means they went into overtime. This was very not so close teams where Nouns was a lot better than Mythic. So the game was very short and one team dominated the opponent. So that's what we do a lot. We do correlation on League of Legends, Counter-Strike, soccer, NFL, and I'll kind of talk about that today. All right, so before I get into the picks for the day, I did want to show you guys how many picks on sale there are and how many opportunities there are because it is Super Bowl week. So I always talk about these smaller apps other than Prizepicks. They want as many users to their apps as possible. So what that means is they're going to give out really, really good deposit matches, and they're going to give out really good free squares, especially the week like the Super Bowl where they want a ton of users to pour into their app and bet on their app, okay? So we can take advantage of this as sports bettors, and you can too, especially if you have not downloaded these apps or got these apps yet. So in the description, I'm going to put links to all these apps down below. You can also, if you're confused or anything, probably the thing that I recommend the most is just text me the word promo to my number right here. And if you sign up for any of these apps, I will give you 1 free month of the VIP. So if you want to sign up for Chalkboard and Sleeper today, I'll give you guys 2 months in total. If you guys want to sign up for all three, I'll give you guys 3 months in total. But just going through it right here, Chalkboard, it's a $100 deposit match. Better is a $250 deposit match. And then Sleeper right now today is play $5, get $55 for free. So you can get a free $55 today on Sleeper by just paying them or just playing $5 on their app. And then they have a ton of different free squares and stuff like that. So Mahomes discounted to 1 pass yard, I feel like is on like 6 or 7 different apps right now. So he's obviously going to hit that, and he's going to get more than 0.5 pass yards, you guys. So definitely take advantage of that. I recommend you guys to have as many apps in your arsenal as possible. It's 2025, you guys. It's just going to get harder and harder to sports bet and to be profitable sports betting. You need to have as many apps as possible on your phone, in your arsenal, however you want to think about it, right? It's like an MMA fighter, right? You can't just have one punch, right? Our main punch is the Prizepicks correlation, but when you get a notification on your phone that Chalkboard has a free square, that Sleeper has a free promo, that Better has a free promo, you got to take them, right? It's easy money. You can't find a line better than like Patrick Mahomes to go over 1 yard or Jason Tatum to go over 1 point, right? Nothing I can tell you guys, no line on Prizepicks is going to be better than something like that. So again, if you guys want to sign up for any of these apps, I'll get you guys 1 free month to sign up for any of these. I really recommend these apps. I use them all the time. You'll see I actually do have a pick for Better today. We cashed on Sleeper yesterday, so I do use these apps all the time. Just text me the word promo right here, and then text me maybe promo, and then under that, just like what app you want to sign up with. So it could be Chalkboard, it could be Sleeper, it could be Better, or it can be a combination of any of those 3 together. So again, you'll get a ton of deposit matches, and you'll get a ton of picks on sales pretty much. They're feeding you guys all week because it is the Super Bowl. So I definitely want to let you guys know that. So yeah, going into, I guess, our performance, and then I'll get into the pick for the day. Our performance, we are up 442 units over the past 7 or 8 months, you guys, and that is using correlation. So that's using the strategies that I kind of talked about earlier in the video, pairing things up that make sense together. So I go over this pretty much every single video. I do recommend, if you didn't catch some of my videos prior this week, I do have a lot of Super Bowl plays. So go back and watch those. I also talk about this graph a little bit more in those videos. So let's get into the plays then. This is a really good play, you guys. I do feel like I say that every day, but yesterday's play, we did cash that duo on Counter-Strike. I really liked it. I told you guys I really liked it, and it did cash. And then today, I really like this entry a lot as well. I like pretty much all the entries that I do send out. But the main reason that I want to show you guys why I like this entry is we're getting a full 10x payout, okay? So the main thing I can talk about, it's exciting. We got the Super Bowl coming up. We got Mahomes. We got Xavier Worthy in a slip. But the main thing that I want to hammer home is we're getting a full 10x for this, okay? So as I'm going through this entry, just ask yourself, would it be more effective for me to play entries like this, like this, and get 10x from a slip like this, or to play, a normal entry and get 10x, which is what you get from a 4-man, just pairing up random plays together, pairing up NBA and NHL and football and, esports and just random plays that don't make sense at all together? Would it be more effective for me to do that, or more effective for me to bet like this, which is a proven strategy over the past 7 or 8 months, you guys? So let's get into the play. This is very, very correlated. I'm going to start up here at the top. It should be really easy to understand how this is correlated together. And it's similar to what we talked about yesterday with Jalen Hurts and I believe it was Dallas Goddard to go under. I'm actually going to take Patrick Mahomes and Xavier Worthy to go over right here, okay? So Pat Mahomes, I'm going to take him over 36 pass attempts, and then I'm going to take Xavier Worthy to go over 7.5 receiving targets, okay? So the reason being and why this is so correlated is because if Mahomes is in the situation where he has to throw a lot in the Super Bowl, if he has to throw a lot in this game, let's say he gets 40 pass attempts, let's say he gets 45 pass attempts, then Xavier Worthy is going to really likely, if Mahomes goes over this line and gets 40 plus pass attempts, Xavier Worthy is going to be really likely to be on the receiving end or the receiving target end of those balls, okay? Because he is the number one receiver in this offense. So if Mahomes goes over, it's really likely that Xavier Worthy is also going to go over and get 8, 9, 10 receiving targets, okay? Mahomes also, the 4 Super Bowls that he's played in, he has gone over this 3 out of the 4 last times. There's been games that he's got close to 50 pass attempts, like the game where he played the Buccaneers. So if they do end up to be trailing in this game, and I actually think that's going to be the game script, you guys. I think, as we always see, the Chiefs, they get down, but they always come back in the fourth quarter. They come back in the fourth quarter. Mahomes puts the team on his back. He does some Superman things. Maybe he gets a flag here and there. But at the end of the day, he makes plays, and he gets a lot of pass attempts in the fourth quarter, okay? So very correlated together, right? To take the overs here together. Now, you could think about it the same way in the opposite, right? If Mahomes only gets 20 pass attempts, then it's going to be very unlikely that Xavier Worthy gets 8, 9, 10 receiving targets, right? So these things move together. These things are going to go green together or red together, depending on how this game plays out. So I'm taking the overs. I'm going to bet on Patrick Mahomes to go over. I'm going to bet on Jalen Hurts to go under, like we did yesterday. So hopefully you guys have this right here, right? Pretty much doing the exact same thing as yesterday, except taking Kansas City and taking Mahomes over Jalen Hurts. So that is the first correlated duo here. The second correlated duo is just like yesterday. It's with Valorant, which is pretty much the same thing as Counter-Strike. We need a longer game to happen. So if a longer game does happen, then these kill totals should be very high, like we just saw in that game that went into double overtime, right? So if this game goes into overtime, if it's a long game that goes the distance, all of these guys will get a lot more kills if the game was versus if the game was a short game, okay? So that is why I'm taking the overs. These are evenly matched teams. Some of these players are some of the best players in the world. This Aspas guy is like definitively, I would say, the number one Valorant player, at least in the past year. So he should get a lot of kills, and he should have a really good track record of being able to, get a lot of kills and win rounds and stuff. So I'm thinking this is going to be a longer game. And like I said, longer games mean more kills, shorter games mean less kills, right? So really, instead of 4 separate things needing to happen, we just need the Chiefs to pass a lot, right? We need Mahomes to pass a lot. That's going to cause Xavier Worthy to get more passes. And then we need this to be a longer game down here. One other thing with Worthy is I really like taking players that are involved in a lot of screen passes, okay? So I talked about on the Bills, I talked about Khalil Shakir. I've talked about who else takes a lot of screen passes? Maybe like Ladd McConkey, people like that. They get a lot of receiving targets when you don't really expect them to, right? They do swing passes, they do little jet sweeps, they do screen passes. These add up over time, and they only generate like a yard or two a lot of times, but that still counts as an attempt, and that still counts as a receiving target, okay? So this is the first entry I'm going with. I want to set you guys up as much as possible for the Super Bowl so we can root on different things, maybe cash multiple 10Xs, 9Xs in the same game. All right, so the second play I talked about better already. I talked about, the deposit match and the different free squares they have. This is kind of a normal discount that you'll see every day on Better. So not only will you get the deposit match and the free squares, but you'll also get discounted plays on Better every single day pretty much. Ant Edwards is discounted down to 26.5. His normal line is 29.5, okay, which is really high, but that is his normal line. That's what's set across the whole industry. So getting 3-point discounted to that is really good. And then I'm going to take paired with him Austin Reeves to go under 22.5 points, okay? Pretty much that he doesn't get 23 points. I think that's a little bit high for him. I think if this bumps down to like 21.5, maybe look for a different play. You guys can put in your favorite NBA player, whatever it is. But really, I want to hammer home that's important to use these discounts. And if you can get into the habit of just using the discounts every day on Better, on Chalkboard, on Sleeper, and just going through that for 5 minutes a day, you guys can, I'm telling you guys can make hundreds of dollars a month spending money money to pay bills just by using these different promos. And it's not like it's hard, you guys. It's not like it's hard. It's not like it's not fun. You're still betting at the end of the day, right? We're still wishing Ant Edwards to go over 26.5 points. We still want Austin Reeves to go under here. So it's betting at the end of the day. It's free money. It's gimmies to use these discounts, you guys. So lock this in on Better. Lock this in on on Prizepicks here. And then again, text me the word promo. My number is always open. It is right here on the screen for you guys. It's my personal number. I will respond to you within 5 to 10 minutes. I promise you. So you guys can text me whatever you want. If you guys want to sign up with this app, it doesn't matter to me. It helps me out. It'll also help you guys out because you'll get the matches, you'll get the free picks, and you guys will get the VIP months for free. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let's keep stacking these good days together, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.